Quiet nights have something unsettling about them, don't you think? That kind of calm that feels almost too perfect, as if something is lurking, waiting for the exact moment to break into your world. It was one of those nights. The digital clock on your bedside table read 11:23 p.m., and the entire world seemed frozen. The only sounds were the faint hum of your fan and the occasional creak of the wooden floors, as if the house itself was breathing in the dark. You were in your room, lying on your bed with your phone in hand, scrolling aimlessly through social media. Your eyelids were getting heavier, your thoughts floating in the limbo between wakefulness and sleep. Then, the silence was broken. A voice, clear and firm, called out from downstairs. "Come down here right now." It was your mom. There was no doubt about it. That familiar voice you'd heard your entire life. At first, you didn't think much of it, assuming she needed something, or maybe wanted to scold you for leaving dishes in the sink. With a resigned sigh, you got up from the bed, stretched your neck, and rubbed your eyes as you walked toward your bedroom door. The hallway was dark, except for a faint glow coming from your mom's room. You didn't think much of it. She often left her lamp on. You walked toward the stairs, and just as you were about to take the first step down, something else stopped you in your tracks. "Don't go down." I heard it too. It was your mother's voice, but this time, it was coming from her bedroom, right behind you. You froze. The air felt thick, almost suffocating, and a cold shiver ran down your spine, as if an invisible hand had touched you. You turned your head toward her bedroom door, slightly ajar, and felt something was terribly wrong. Your thoughts raced. How could your mom be upstairs and downstairs at the same time? Were you dreaming? You tried to make sense of it, but no explanation seemed to fit. The voice from downstairs called out again, more insistent this time, more demanding. "I told you to come down here now." The tone had shifted. It didn't sound like your mom anymore. There was something in that voice, something that made your skin crawl and planted a seed of terror in your chest. What was it? You didn't know, but you didn't dare take another step. "Come here," the voice from upstairs urged, soft but laced with urgency. "Don't go down. Stay with me." You were paralyzed by doubt. You were trapped between two opposing calls, between two versions of the person you thought you knew best. The silence that followed was deafening, and with each passing second, the weight of the darkness seemed to grow, wrapping around you like a cold, damp blanket. Then came the sounds. First, footsteps from downstairs. They weren't the quick, light steps of your mother. They were slow, deliberate, and each one made the floor groan unnaturally, as if something heavy was moving down there. Then, a whisper, indistinct but persistent, like the murmur of someone both too close and too far away at the same time. You didn't know what to do. Run to the voice upstairs, the one that seemed to be warning you, or go down and face whoever, or whatever, was calling you so insistently. Every second that passed, the sense of dread grew, and panic began to take hold of you. Your hands trembled, and cold sweat covered your forehead. You took a deep breath and decided to turn toward your mom's room. If she was really there, she had to know what was happening. You walked slowly, each step heavier than the last. The door was ajar, and the lamp's glow illuminated part of the bed. You could see a lump under the sheets, as if someone was lying there. But you didn't dare go in right away. "Come closer," the voice inside called. It was still your mother's voice, but something was off. There was a coldness, the distance in her tone that you'd never heard before. When you finally took the last step and pushed the door open, what you saw took your breath away. The bed was empty. The sheets were rumpled, as if someone had been there moments ago. But the room was completely vacant. Still, the sensation of being watched was so intense that you felt someone was right behind you. You spun around quickly, but no one was there. The hallway was as dark as before, and silence returned, except for a faint whisper that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. "Run," your mother's voice said, but this time, it wasn't coming from upstairs or downstairs. It was inside your own head. Panic consumed you entirely. You bolted, running down the stairs as fast as you could. The cold floor beneath your bare feet was the only thing anchoring you to reality at that moment. But when you reached the ground floor, you regretted it instantly. The dining room was dark, except for a faint glow coming from the kitchen. The door was slightly open, and you could hear a soft sound, like someone scratching the wood with long, sharp nails. You moved toward it with trembling steps, unable to resist the urge to look. When you pushed the kitchen door open, you saw a figure crouched on the floor, its back to you. Its hair was exactly like your mother's, but something about its posture was wrong. The arms were too long, and its fingers, twisted like claws, were digging into the floor. It turned its head toward you slowly, and what you saw made you scream from the deepest part of your soul. Its face was your mother's, but grotesquely distorted, with a smile stretched far too wide and eyes that were completely black and empty. You tried to step back, but your legs wouldn't obey. The figure rose abruptly, its movements unnatural, as if its joints didn't work properly. It took a step toward you, and the sound of its feet on the floor chilled you to the bone. "I told you not to come downstairs," it said, but its voice was no longer human. You don't know how, but you found the strength to run again, climbing the stairs as that thing chased you. You could feel its breath on your neck, the weight of its presence right behind you. You slammed the door to your room shut and locked it, praying that whatever it was couldn't get in. Silence returned, but you knew you weren't safe. That thing was still out there, waiting. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment sharing what you would have done in this situation. Would you have stayed upstairs or gone downstairs? I'll be reading your responses, and I'll see you in the next story, if we make it through the night.